One of the top airlines in the world, Japan Airlines, recently released a brand new first and business class on their new A350-1000, which may be the new best cabins in the world. These cabins have been featured on popular blog sites such as 1 Mile at a Time and The Points Guys for being able to compete with some business classes out there that have long been established as some of the best. And yes, possibly even better than Qatar Q Suites or ANA's The Room, which for years have been touted as some of the best business classes in the world. Now, Japan Airlines A350 business class costs actually almost $5,000, and don't even get me started with first class, which costs nearly $16,000, but in this video will be a complete guide on how to book either of those two flights for just $245 using points and miles. Oh, and stick around to the end of the video where I'll cover key tips and tricks that most people in the points and miles world and even some of the pros don't know about. So welcome to the best ways to book the new Japan Airlines business class with points with Mark. Japan Airlines first and business class are part of its new A350-1000 aircraft, which began flying in January of 2024, earlier this year. It's the world's newest first and business class on a major airline with some pretty incredible features that help it compete with its competitors out there. First class is massive with a sofa for a seat that converts to a double bed, a 43-inch 4K monitor, and a new headrest speaker system that's the first of its kind. Business class, on the other hand, is equally impressive with a completely closed-door cabin, a 24-inch 4K monitor, and the same brand new headrest speaker system. Because these aircraft are so new, there's very few routes that offer these flights. So the very first question we have to ask is which routes offer Japan Airlines' brand new A350 aircraft? The very first route is between New York JFK and Tokyo. So today we'll be searching for JL3 and JL5 from New York to Tokyo. And then for Tokyo to New York, we'll be searching for JL4 and JL6. The newest route, which actually only began 4 to 5 months ago, is from Dallas DFW to Tokyo Haneda. So we'll be searching for JL11 from Dallas to Tokyo, and then JL12 from Tokyo back to Dallas. The final route, which at the time this video is released has not technically started yet, is going to be from London Heathrow over to Tokyo Haneda. So we'll be searching for JL44 from London to Tokyo, and then from Tokyo to London, we'll be searching for JL43. Then, since we're booking with points and miles, we want to know which airline programs should we book our flights through. Now, to start answering this question, we need to talk about airline alliances. Japan Airlines belongs to the One World Alliance, which includes partners such as American Airlines, Alaska, British Airways, and Cathay Pacific. An airline alliance typically means that these airlines share award seats with each other, so you could actually fly on one airline by booking through the award programs of other airlines. So in this example, to fly on Japan Airlines, we can actually book through the award programs of American, Alaska, British Airways, and Cathay Pacific. Then the next important question is, when do these airline programs actually release award seats? American and Alaska release their award seats 330 days from departure, British Airways releases award seats 355 days from departure, and finally Cathay Pacific releases award seats 360 days from departure. What this means is Cathay Pacific and British Airways will see award availability almost a month before American Airlines or Alaska does, which then means that many award seats are already booked through Cathay Pacific or British Airways before they're ever even released or seen on American or Alaska. So if you want the most consistent way of booking Japan Airlines A350 business or first class, the best way to do that is to book a year in advance on Cathay Pacific, because Cathay Pacific will see the award availability first. Let's head over to the Cathay Pacific website, where we'll type in New York JFK to Haneda, one-way, business, then pick the date farthest out in the calendar, and then redeem flights. As we can see, roughly a year out, here's availability on JL5, which is the A350, in first class for 135,000 Cathay Pacific Asia miles and roughly $245 in taxes and fees. If I then search the opposite direction, so Tokyo Haneda to New York JFK, here's a couple examples of both JL4 and JL6 in business class for 89,000 Asia miles and also $245 in taxes and fees. You'll also find availability for the second route that I mentioned, which is Dallas to Tokyo on JL11, which is the A350 in first class for, again, 135,000 Asia miles. If you're wondering if these flights are worth it, flights from New York to Tokyo on Japan Airlines A350 costs a little under $5,000 for business class and over $16,000 for first class. So if you're only paying $245 in taxes and fees, then yes, this is an insane deal and it's absolutely worth it. If you're enjoying this content so far, consider hitting the like and subscribe button down below. It's a free and easy way to support the channel, so thanks so much for the support. Now, the truth is booking a year in advance is unrealistic for many people because of either work or family or other reasons. So then the next question is, what are the options if we want to book closer to departure instead of booking a year out? Now let's get to our secret tip to book Japan Airlines A350. The secret here is we want to search on American Airlines, and we want to start in an origin city in Japan that is not Tokyo, then connect through Tokyo on our way to the US. So let's start with an example. On the American Airlines website, we are going to search from Sapporo CTS over to New York JFK because we know that New York is one of the destinations that has the A350, then click search. Once the results appear, you'll want to click the calendar and then filter for just business and first class flights. Scroll through the calendar until you see this green indicator that says 60K. This is the saver price in American Airlines miles that we're looking for. So let's pick a date in February where we see the 60K saver price. And as we can see, we can fly from Sapporo to Haneda and then Haneda to New York in JL4 for just 60,000 American Airlines miles and about $44 in taxes and fees. Here's another example flying from Osaka. We can fly from Osaka to Haneda and then Haneda to New York on JL6 instead for the same price. And here's a third example from Sapporo to Dallas on the A350, where we will fly on the Haneda to Dallas leg on JL12, again for the same price as all the other flights. Now, 60,000 points may seem like significantly less than the examples I showed you earlier on Cathay Pacific, but American Airlines miles are some of, if not the most difficult points to earn, so the lower price makes sense here. If you don't have American Airlines miles, you can actually book these secret flights through Alaska Airlines instead, which is still part of the One World Alliance. And Alaska Airlines miles have gotten easier to earn ever since the Hawaiian to Alaska transfer opened up, opening up a new avenue for you to earn Alaska miles. So here's an example of that Sapporo to New York flight on the Alaska Airlines program. After we plug in the same details as earlier, here's that example from Sapporo to New York for just 75,000 Alaska miles and $57 in taxes and fees. And as we can see, you'll fly JL4 from Haneda over to New York. With that said, I'm excited to announce that I'll be flying Japan Airlines' brand new A350 first class and doing a full review of that, which I'll be posting on this channel. When that video is posted, I'll leave a link here for you to check out the full A350 first class experience. But in the meantime, if you want more ways to book business class to Japan, I highly recommend you check out this video as well. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in those videos.